This upper body workout that I have created is going to be more towards strength training, but it will get your biceps and your shoulders burning. You don't necessarily have to have a band to do this particular movement. You can actually do it with a pair of 5-pound dumbbells if you like, or you can use a band and you can structure the band however you like, connecting it to any piece of equipment you like. The reason that I like to be on my toes is because I feel more of a full body stretch, including the hip flexors. However, it's going to be your shoulders burning. Make sure you squeeze your glutes. Squeeze them really, really tight. 10 repetitions if you can. Here is a front view of the movement that I am doing so that it will give you an idea of your positioning. Just make sure you really stretch up, press through those toes, squeeze those glutes, and stretch all the way towards the ceiling. From there, you're going to go into front raises. Again, you can do this with dumbbells and or use a band. And again, you can structure the band however you like. Make sure you stay tight and make sure that you're not gripping too hard yet flexing the shoulder. 10 repetitions. Of course, I always like to put a full body metabolic movement into something, especially if it's going to be a warm up into the next exercise, which next we'll be doing shoulders and glutes. Here, I'm just adding a little hop, warming up the biceps, getting ready for the next exercise. Even though this is focused on arms, just make sure you're pressing through those heels, squeezing those glutes as tight as you can as you come up. This next exercise that we are going into is going to be primarily focused on your biceps. I'm doing 6 repetitions of everything, and I'm going to first be at a decline, if you've noticed, full range all the way down, elbows sitting next to my serratus or my rib cage. I'm going to come upright just a little bit more and hit 6 more repetitions, again, staying tight. And the final set of the 6, I will be completely upright, spine neutral, going all the way up and all the way down, staying tight, elbows right next to the rib cage. On your final repetition, you are going to hold at a 90-degree angle for at least 6 seconds. Open the palms to relieve your grip just a little bit, and then you're going to go all the way down slowly. Take your time coming up. Again, I am not gripping too hard. All the way back down, elbows will come off for a second. They'll reset. You'll put them back on right next to your rib cage, and you'll take your time coming down. This is the part that burns extremely bad, but I know you guys can do it. So 6 repetitions of those. Make sure you are stretching all the way down. It's extremely important that you do that. And again, make sure you are taking your time as you come up. Last rep, you're going to hold again for 6 seconds. We're going to move into shoulders, and we're going to do the exact same thing we just did with the biceps. 3 different variations, 6 repetitions apiece. Here, I'm slightly leaning back. Elbows are slightly bent. I'm going to hit 6 repetitions. At the end, I'm going to come upright just a little bit more, exaggerate the bend just a little bit more, and I'm going to hit 6 more repetitions. After this, the final one, spine will be neutral. I'm going to bend the elbows just a little bit more, and I'm going to hit 6 repetitions. Immediately after that, you're going to go right into Arnold's. Even though you're sitting down, make sure you press through your heels to stay tight. Tighten your core, just like if someone's going to poke you in your stomach, and keep your form. 6 repetitions. All right, so we're going to superset, and we're going to go back into biceps. Notice I'm a little bit more at a decline this time, making it a little bit harder. But again, it's going to be 6 repetitions. I'll come up a little bit. I'll hit 6 more, and then it continues on just like the previous set. You'll still have your holds. Now this time on the stretch, I'm exaggerating the stretch a little bit more. Notice the elbows came off a little bit more than it did last time. That stretch is, again, extremely important. Make sure you take your time coming up, and I am not gripping too tight. I'm pressing my heels in through the floor, and I am keeping my core extremely tight. Right after the bicep workout, you're going to go right back into the shoulder exercise at the decline, coming up a little bit, and then spine neutral. This time, you're only going to hit 5 repetitions each, and you will still exaggerate the bend of the elbow each time that you come up. We're going to go right back into Arnold, but this time I'm only doing 4 repetitions and I'm adding a decline, slowly coming up as I press up. Make sure you keep your core really tight and take your time going up and down. At this point, your shoulders should be dead and tired. Now I'm adding this as an additional just for those that are always hitting shoulders. Honestly, you might only be able to do 2 or 3 reps. In a moment, you're going to see my left arm just kind of give out, die out, and it was completely done. The struggle is real. This is just an added movement if you'd like to try it. You will be at a decline in that movement. I took about a 20-second rest and then I'm going to attempt it again. I guess 20 seconds wasn't long enough because my shoulder was just giving out. So instead of trying to alternate dumbbell overhead presses, I decided to go for both of them at the same time and do as many as I can until I hit failure, which obviously wasn't very many.